Hi there, it's me, Haley. So, I would like to tell you 10 things that I do that adults probably shouldn't do, or don't do, or should do, or whatever. You've seen the title. Anyway, as I was saying, number one thing I do that adults shouldn't do, I still watch kids' cartoons and kids' movies. Yes, and if you're an adult out there watching this, then and you watch kids' movies and stuff, don't be ashamed because you're not alone. Oh, and also, the second thing I do, I always make sure that I shut the door to the bathroom every night because I know some of you say she's not real, Bloody Mary, but I believe she's real, and I shut the door to the bathroom every night when it gets dark. That way, no one or nothing would come in or come out. And the third thing I do, I still color in coloring books. Yes, I said it. And fourth of all, the fourth thing I do is I still read kids books, not baby books, but kids books. I mean, come on, some of them are a lot of fun. I read kids and adult. I read a plethora of genres, but I like kids and young adult and teenage books for teenagers. And also, another thing I do is I I always check the one thing I always do is I play. Oh, yeah, another thing I play with fidget spinners. And yeah, some people might say adults do that, it's normal, but anytime I get nervous, I play with fidget spinners and I fidget because I have ADHD. And I've had ADHD ever since I could remember. So, yeah. So those, oh yeah. And sixth of all, the sixth thing I do is that I play with toys or collect toys and still play with them. Yes, I do that. Yes, I do like toys like Barbie dolls and all that. And if you're an adult and you still do that, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Just be your darn self, darn it. Anyway, the seventh thing I do, I look under my bed. I know monsters aren't real and there's no such thing as monsters, but I do know that I get scared easy. So whenever it comes to certain things, just a little heads up, kids, never ever watch horror movies or anything having to do with horror at night unless you want nightmares. Ever. I mean it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Trust me. Believe me. You don't want to know what could happen. Believe me. Another thing I do that adults probably don't do or shouldn't do or don't or shouldn't do or whatever, I actually um I actually order from the kids menu sometimes. Just kidding, I don't do that. But seriously though, there are some times that I do actually order from the kids menu though. Like if you're at IHOP, I order certain things and but what can I say? It's really tasty. I like what I like, you know what I'm saying? But eighth of all, I still color in coloring books and sometimes, yes, I still use crayons. Eighth of all, the eighth thing I do, I still use crayons sometimes and coloring markers and stuff like that. Another thing I do, ninth of all, is I play with kid stuff. Like I do kids projects and all that, like arts and crafts. And if anyone is watching this and you're into all this, don't be ashamed. Just be who you are. And if someone says something to you like, oh, that's childish, oh, you need to grow up, tell them that this is what I have to say to them. If you tell them that, if you tell them this, just say, up yours, fat ass. That's what you should tell them. But if you're being bullied, oh yeah, another thing I do, ninth of all, or 10th of all, the thing I do, I'm ashamed to admit this, but it's true. I sleep with a nightlight on because I'm afraid of the dark. I've always been afraid of the dark, and I always have been, and I probably always will be, because I know there's no such thing as monsters and stuff, but I'm just afraid of it. I just can't help it. But everybody has their own fears and whatnot. But still, those are the 10 things that I do that adults don't do or shouldn't do, whatever. Haley Goodwin edition. Oh, and by the way, I want the Odd One and Jaden. Odd One is out, and Jaden to know you guys are great, and I want you to know how great you guys are. And Haley Goodwin out. Peace.